MCC hails Tanzania's operational system reforms. Aviation industry grows as sector's investment surges. Good evening. My name is Nasa Kingo. Thank you very much for joining us. Just a reminder, you can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TVC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages, all at TVC Online. We start in Zanzibar, where the president of Zanzibar, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, says agriculture sector is one of the key areas that can be used to strengthen diplomatic ties between Tanzania and Iran, praising Iran's advanced agricultural technology. Dr. Mwinyi made the remarks at the State House in Zanzibar when he met and held talks with the Minister of Agriculture of Iran, Dr. Gholam Reza Nauri, with his delegation stressing that Tanzania is blessed with a vast geographical area that can be used to enhance the sector.
Iran is very advanced when it comes to agriculture technology, so we will be very willing to work with them so that we can have technology exchange, but also cooperate in the cultivation of crops itself. Since Zanzibar has a small land area, we are focused mainly, we prioritize our agriculture in spice because of its high value. Geographically, Tanzania is located in one of the most prime locations because we are catering for more than 8 landlocked countries. So for us, transit trade and transshipment to other countries around the region is a very important sector. On the other hand, agriculture plays a very important role in our economy, especially mainland Tanzania.
Furthermore, Dr. Mwinyi adds that Zanzibar will continue to focus on the cultivation of spices due to a large part of its economy depending on tourism, which contributes a large percentage to the country's economy. On the other hand, the Minister of Agriculture of Iran has praised the diplomatic cooperation that exists between Iran and Tanzania, welcoming Tanzania to Iran, promising to locate a plot for Tanzanian embassy in Iran. The Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC, which is an independent U.S. government foreign aid agency, has expressed its satisfaction with Tanzania's operational system reforms, including various sectors like democracy, good governance, and human rights. Speaking in Dodoma during a meeting between the delegation of the government of Tanzania and the delegation of the organization, MCC Director of Policy and Evaluation, Dan Barnes, says the organization is satisfied with various measures taken by Tanzania that have contributed to the increased pace of economic development in the country. Barnes adds that the U.S. Congress has approved Tanzania to continue benefiting from MCC funding after being pleased with the performance of the Tanzanian government. Deputy Minister of Transport, David Kihenzile, says in 3 years the government has spent more than 1 trillion shillings to improve airports and build new ones in the country, to which has largely enhanced the tourism sector. He made the remarks during the opening of the annual Air Travel Agents meeting, while the chairperson of the Tanzania Society of Travel Agents says the sector continues to improve after bouncing back from COVID-19.
Hivi ninavyozungumza tumefanya maboresho, tunaendelea kufanya maboresho katika maeneo mbalimbali nchini.
We have made improvements in many areas in the country. In the Songo Airport, for example, the passengers building is complete. You can all bear witness to that.
Sisi tumejipanga kushirikiana na serikali.
We are committed to cooperate with the government and various private sector organizations in order to promote tourism in the country and also outside the country.
Kihenzile says due to the improvements that have been made, they have managed to bring more than 2,000 tourists since the end of the COVID-19. While the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, marks 80 years of USAID Global Health Supply Chain Program, the Deputy Health Director of the agency says that $48 million were allocated for the program to ensure an uninterrupted supply of health commodities in the health sector in Tanzania. He made the remarks during the celebrations of 8 years of achievement of the program in Dar es Salaam. Peter Mganga was there and has prepared the following report.
The Director of the Department of Human Resources and Administration, Minister of Health, Issa Jumanne, acknowledges support from the program, calling on more stakeholders to continue to support the health sector.
Kufunga hii project, tufikirie kuanzisha project nyingine.
The end of this project is the beginning of the preparation of future projects that will serve the purpose of the community. We expect to cooperate with various development stakeholders in collaboration with the Ministry of Health in parallel with the United Republic of Tanzania so that to bring another program. On the other hand, the Director General of Central Medical Store Agents, Zanzibar, Abdul Halim Mzale, explains how Zanzibar has benefited from the USAID Global Health Supply Chain Program.
Huu wakala bohari kuu ya dawa tumepata kufanya pamoja business plan.
We have benefited greatly from this program because we have been able to create a business plan that has been used to bring positive results in our medical store, especially in Zanzibar.
Na sisi tunaitumia kwenye nyanja tofauti.
Dr. Jema Bisimba, who is the USAID Deputy Health Director, says $48 million were allocated to accomplish the program, while the Technical Assistance of Global Health Supply Chain Program, Philip Kamutenga, explains the manner in which this program has been implemented.
We've been able to procure about 58 million HIV test kits. So 58 million test kits have been used in the country because of this project, but also more than 1.5 million people living with HIV are currently using their lifelong ARVs. But also with using those ARVs, they've been virally suppressed, like more than 1.3 million people living with HIV have virally suppressed, yeah. And we've also been able to support malaria procurement of ALU, the first-line malaria medicine, for about 38 million doses.
We have supported the information system. We have supported, we've provided training and capacity building across the system, all the levels from the central level to TAMISEMI to the district and the councils. Same in Zanzibar. And this support is what we are celebrating today. All the achievements that have come, all the programs, the intervention either in HIV or in malaria, all those efforts is what we are celebrating today.
USAID Global Health Supply Chain Program supports the U.S. President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR, the President's Malaria Initiative, PMI, and USAID's Newborn Child, Maternal Health and Population and Reproductive Health Program. Peter Mganga, TBC News, Dar es Salaam.
Thank you very much, Peter Mganga, for that report. Deputy Permanent Secretary, Minister of Energy, Dr. James Mataragio, says the government of Tanzania embraces inclusivity and leadership in the energy sector and is ready to work with other energy stakeholders. Here are more details.
He made the remarks during the Energy Connect conference and exhibition, which aims to empower women to use clean energy for cooking, insisting Tanzania targets 80% of Tanzanians to use clean energy by 2034.
Tanzania, we are endowed, we are blessed to have a huge endowment of natural resources, and specifically natural gas. We have hydro, we have water. So we are producing electricity that we think in the next few years, actually, everybody in Tanzania will have access to the electricity.
We want to eradicate this notion of using charcoals, cutting the trees. But most importantly, we want to address the issue of women going to fetch the cutting the trees, the woods, to be able to make charcoals.
National Coordinator for Women in Petroleum Gas, LPG, Winnie Lukumai, says it is important for women to be involved in the LPG value chain as a way of being part of the solution.
We are launching a chapter for women in LPG actually today, this evening, and the chapter is really a network for women who are in the distribution chain of LPG, the entire value chain for LPG, to be part of the solution for clean cooking.
The way Mwananchi came into play here is we usually bring together stakeholders to talk about issues of national interest. And one of the biggest things that we've been talking about, which actually connects to, I think, about half of all SDGs, typically talk about some kind of energy sustainability framework for the future.
Tanzania has been actively promoting clean energy initiatives, focusing on diversifying Tanzania's energy mix and scaling up renewable energy projects.
Now let's move on to the twists and turns in the Kenyan politics, where the High Court of Kenya has blocked the appointment of the Deputy President hours after Kenyan President William Ruto chose Interior Minister Abraham Kindiki as the new deputy to replace Rigathi Gachagua. The statement issued by the High Court through Judge Chacha Mwita says the entire process in the Parliament to pass Professor Abraham Kindiki to become the new deputy president should wait until October 24th this year. According to the Constitution of Kenya, once the deputy president has been approved by the Parliament, he must be sworn in within 10 days, ready to carry out his or her new duties. The former Vice President Rigathi Gachagua and his lawyers have opened 32 cases in the country's High Court against the entire process used by the country's Parliament to vote to remove him from power, saying that decisions are politically motivated. Well, to understand more on the issue, we are joined by Eric Sambu, who is a political analyst, who starts by explaining what's next and how will this change Kenyan political dynamics.
It is not clear what is going to happen because there are a lot of interpretation. All the lawyers are debating now what is happening because what we have witnessed in the past 2 weeks, it's unprecedented. We have clauses and articles in various laws, articles in the Constitution 2010, guiding on the manner in which impeachment can be conducted and also the replacement, how it's supposed to be done. So we are testing new corners, if we can put it that way, of the Constitution of Kenya, things which have never been tested. And of course, when there is a lack of clear guideline, the only place to interpret is the court. So the court has announced itself in some of the issues because we saw the deputy president was not happy with what happened at Senate. And, there are cases that, was referred to court for interpretation. And what we've seen is that an order was given, that conservatory orders of what transpired at the Senate. Now, what is happening is the orders were given, yes, but it was stopping the process from going on. Now, what we have seen from some analysts is that, the order came too late because their nomination had already been done by the president, and it was approved by Parliament by the time the ruling was given by the court. Now, you are stopping something from happening which has already happened. So the only thing is that, the usual code is that, the ruling was already moot, past events had already happened. So what they need to do is to go back to the court and apply again now from stopping further process from where it is at the moment. Now, it has already been gazetted. We have seen in the Gazette notice that, it has been properly nominated. What remains only is, is just to take oath of office. And that is the last bit, and you will assume that office as after proper nomination. Now, what is likely to happen is the president needs to move so fast to consolidate a support from where Rigathi Gachagua is coming from to assure them that it is not about the community, it is the person of the deputy president that, he has a problem with. He has already shown that because Professor Abraham Kindiki is coming from Mount Kenya region. However, it is not from the main community occupying Mount Kenya called Kikuyu. It comes from a smaller community there. To what extent the people of the Mount Kenya region feel that we are still adequately represented, that remains to be seen, because we're already seeing demonstrations in Nyeri town, where Rigathi Gachagua comes from, and there were celebrations on the other side of the mountain where Professor Kindiki comes from. So it remains to be seen now what will happen. Will they really now reject President William Ruto as a result of that, or they will support, given that he took from one part of the mountain and gave to the other side?
In improving environment, social and governance, ESG, in the country, Association of Tanzania Employers has launched a new report of Tanzania's ESG state, which aims to create knowledge and awareness towards ESG compliance. Here are more details.
Speaking during the launch, the ATE Chief Executive Officer, Suzanne Ndomba-Doran, says ESG implementation is satisfactory, while a representative of National Environment Management Council, NEMC, calls upon voluntary compliance of the responsible investing.
ATE needs to do more in terms of providing awareness, but also ATE needs to do more in terms of sensitizing the companies and the members to keep data. It is important to keep data. Once you are aware, you know what kind of information to record and what is it that you are required to do.
Issues of environment and social which are supposed to be addressed in the environmental impact assessment. So being in this stage, we are quite happy to make sure to see that our colleagues now want to integrate, because these are the pillars. We have one pillar which is environment, we have another pillar which is social, another pillar is issue of the governance.
Some companies say fair labor practices are a crucial aspect of environmental, social and governance initiatives for companies.
Everybody is reporting to work and leaving, going home when they're 100% safe. So compliance with, the fire requirement, the design of the offices, the OSHA requirements which we have, and also the guidelines given by WCF to avoid injuries, that is in basic compliance.
We have sensors in the drip irrigation systems. Once the soil is wet, the sensors cut off the water. Then when the land is dry, the sensors allow water to drain on the soil. But also we have invested on the water-saving technologies and also on the energy efficient technologies.
The result of the report is a collaboration between Association of Tanzania Employers, ATE, and International Labour Organization, ILO, that aim at improving international experience in the implementation of environmental, social, and management issues.
That's the story there on the key area of ESG compliance. Now remaining in Dar es Salaam, but now in Kinondoni District, the Kinondoni District Commissioner, Saad Mtambule, says has directed massage centers and spa providers to improve their services, cater for health benefits and medical treatment. Speaking when addressing the service providers in Dar es Salaam, Mtambule insists the service should be provided by recognized professionals.
It is possible that the employees are not professional. They do not have the professionalism to provide massage service and protect the privacy of the customer. So evaluate yourself and do the work in accordance with Tanzanian laws and values.
To know that how to be with them, and they were so helpful as well. So I think this meeting will help everybody to know the rules, regulation of Tanzania, and to work together with the government in the system, not out of the system.
Kinondoni District has 75 massage centers and spa, employing youth, generating income for the owners and the government as well. Now, before we wind up the local news tonight, let us now have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Now, time for all the latest in international news. And now here is Lua Muhammad with international news.
The voting in this year's presidential election in the U.S. is already underway in several states. North Carolina is one of the battlegrounds where Republican candidate Donald Trump and Democratic candidate Kamala Harris are vying for votes. The U.S. general election will be held on the 5th November. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has declared that the war in Gaza is not over following the alleged killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. Israel claims its forces killed the Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar in Gaza. Hamas has confirmed about the death of Sinwar, who succeeded Ismail Haniyeh after his assassination by Israel in July. Israel's military said it killed Sinwar, who is accused by Israeli authorities of masterminding Hamas' October 7 attacks in a firefight on Wednesday in Rafah in southern Gaza. The deputy chairman of the Hamas political bureau, Khalil al-Hayya, made the confirmation through his televised speech, saying that Hamas will continue its mission until Palestinians' ambitions are achieved. And authorities in Pakistan's most populous province have ordered all educational institutes shut as student-led protests grow after allegations of rape on a college campus. The Interior Department in Punjabi province also banned gatherings on Friday and Saturday. The closure is expected to affect about 26 million children in addition to adult learners in the eastern province. Protests broke out in the provincial capital Lahore last week after social media reports spread that a female student was raped in the basement of the Punjabi College for Women campus.
That's Lua Muhammad with the international news. Time now for sports news. Well, as we know, tomorrow is the day the whole country going to a standstill. Simba Sports Club head coach Fadu Davids says he's ready technically and his players will play an entertaining football, and he vows to outclass his rivals, young Africans, in Kariakoo Derby, a game to be played at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium tomorrow. Head coach of Simba believes that many soccer fans in Tanzania wish to see an entertaining football, and Simba are ready to display that on the pitch and win in style. While Young Africans head coach Miguel Gamondi says they are ready to repeat what they did in other matches.
We have to stick to our plan, we have to stick to our strategy, we have to stick to how we want to approach the match. Although it's going to be a tough match, we respect them as a team.
We are good. We are a top team. We are good, but me, I'm not sleeping in this that. Me, I always ready to prepare because the opponent want to win.
Simba Sports Club welcomes Young Africans in a do-or-die game as they eye to revenge after losing 3 matches consecutively when they played against Young Africans. Tanzania boxing national team head coach Mzonge Hassan says they are seriously training the boxers of the national team so they can compete and carry the boxing championship inside and outside of the country. Coach Hassan told TBC News that national team boxers have started to improve due to intense training with the best competitive techniques, and coaches hoping that they will do well in the upcoming international boxing competitions. Well, that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. And before that, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, and welcome again to the next 24 hours of forecast, starting tonight at 9 p.m. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Ramadan Omari. Windy is expected to flow at 20 kilometers per hour over the entire coast, Lake Victoria, Tanganyika, and Lake Nyasa. And the state of the sea is expected to be slight. And rainfall models are showing signal of rainfall over some areas of our country, especially over northeastern highland, Lake Victoria Basin, western part of our country, and the coastal areas. And TMA has issued an advisory of heavy rain in few areas of Arusha, Kilimanjaro, and the Manyara region. So necessary precautions should be taken over those areas. And tonight, areas along Lake Victoria Basin are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas. While over northeastern highland, northern coast, including Morogoro region, central areas, and the southeastern highlands are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, rain showers over a few areas. And the remaining regions are expected to feature partly cloudy conditions. And tomorrow, areas especially over northeastern highland and the central are expected to feature cloudy condition, thunder showers over some areas and sun intervals. While over southeastern highland, together with southern part of Morogoro region, are expected to feature cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas and sun interval. Over Lake Victoria Basin, towards western part of our country, we are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas and sun period. Northern coast, including northern part of Morogoro region, we are expected to feature cloudy condition, rain showers over a few areas and sun interval. Southern coast and the Ruvuma region, we are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, rain showers over a few areas and sun periods. And now, let's have a look on the next weather forecast over some regions of our country. In Dar es Salaam, maximum temperature is said to be 32 degrees Celsius. In the Dodoma region, we are expecting rain showers, especially on 20 and the 21st of October. In Bia region, maximum temperature is expected to be 24 degrees Celsius. In Mwanza region, thunder showers is expected throughout the period. In the Kilimanjaro region, we are expecting day after tomorrow rain showers over some areas. In Morogoro region, we are expecting maximum temperature to be 32 degrees Celsius. In the Arusha region, also, we are expecting rain showers, especially day after tomorrow. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, that is all for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Well, that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Nasser Kim. Catch us again next week on Monday, same time, same place right here on TVC1.
Stefan Aziz Sile ngoja, subiri tuone sasa basi.